What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Telcoin, but before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. All right, so we're looking at Telcoin on the 2-week candlesticks here. And the first thing I want to show you guys is just how similar Telcoin is to Ethereum. So we have a big ABC correction moving all the way down to about 0.0007 cents per Telcoin. Then we started to break back up a little bit and pulled back down to support. Now this is exactly what happened to Ethereum in its previous market cycle back in 2018, 2019, and 2020. You can see we have a big ABC correction down. Then the market did start to recover and pulled back down to major support before taking off above the old all-time high. So this is actually exactly what I'm expecting here with Telcoin, is a break above the old all-time high that will take us to new levels we've never been before. We're headed into price discovery in the big picture. That's what I think we're going to have happen here with Telcoin. So this is actually super bullish. You can see we have a lot of people picking this up, a lot of volume down here, a lot of people buying it at very cheap prices because they know what's about to happen with this coin. Now, if we zoom in a little bit here and take a look at Telcoin on the smaller time frame, you guys can also see that we just barely started to break out of a massive falling wedge. So we have this huge wedge here on Telcoin, and we just barely broke bullish out of that wedge and came back down, and we're kind of retesting our horizontal support here before I think we'll push a lot higher here on the smaller time frames. So this basically means that we've broken out of the depression phase of the cycle. We went into the suckers rally phase and pulled back down to major support, just like what happens to every single market cycle ever. In fact, a great example of this is the NASDAQ composite back during the internet bubble, where it did the exact same thing that Telcoin is doing right now. So you can see we have this huge cycle right here, an ABC correction all the way back down. Then you break out of the depression phase into the suckers rally, and you come back down to test major support before breaking out into a new bull market. Just exactly like what happened to Ethereum back in the day, and this is exactly, again, what's happening to Telcoin now. And in fact, we can compare these two charts together. We'll just put the IXIC on the right here, and we'll put Telcoin over here on the left, and you can see here really quickly what I'm talking about here with the comparisons between these two markets. So market cycles are super powerful once you understand how these cycles work, and once you get a hang of how the cycle plays out, then you can pick up these things super dirt cheap before the big breakout and before the pump. So again, we have Telcoin on the left, and we have the NASDAQ composite over here on the right. So as you can see how similar these charts really are, this huge market cycle right here, this huge market cycle right here. This was the internet bubble. This was the crypto quote-unquote bubble back in 2021. Now, what a lot of people don't talk about is how quickly the markets actually recovered after the internet bubble popped. We had this huge rally that came afterwards. And there's always a double bottom. You can see this was a pretty small double bottom, closer to like what happened on Ethereum, where the NASDAQ had a little bit of a bigger double bottom. That doesn't mean one is more bullish and one is less bullish. That just means that there's almost always a double bottom at the bottom of markets, because in order for a market to bottom out, it has to make a low and then not be able to break below that low and come back up. So of course it's going to make a double bottom pattern when it sees a reversal. So that's what I mean by Telcoin breaking out of the depression phase, up into the suckers rally, and then back down to test support just like what happened in the NASDAQ right here, and right here. It's really the same structure, that type of double bottom pattern before big breakout occurs in the market. And by the way, if we look at Ethereum over here, instead of the NASDAQ, we'll pull up Ethereum again. Ethereum did the same thing. So this is what I mean by once you understand these cycles, you're going to make a lot of money in the crypto markets because you'll understand the psychology taking place in these charts and the human emotion that takes place. So you can see here's the depression phase, here's the suckers rally, and here's a retest of support. That same exact thing happened on Ethereum, that's also happening on Telcoin, that also happened on, guess what, the NASDAQ. So that psychology repeats over and over and over again. And once you understand this, you can buy dirt cheap where everybody else is skeptical, where people don't know what's going to happen except for the pros, and you can get these things before they go like that, which is exactly what they do. So it's super, super profitable to understand the market cycle, to play the market cycle, and to buy these things undervalued after big corrections. That's the one thing a lot of people don't do. They don't buy stuff undervalued. They buy it when it's hype. They buy it when everybody's excited. They buy it when it's cool to be part of it, but they don't buy after corrections. And really smart investors are buying right now in these corrections because they know what's about to happen. They know a big reversal is coming in the market. They don't care what people think. They don't care what the public is saying. They're going to pick it up dirt cheap, just like what happened down here on Ethereum. And by the way, I was bullish on Ethereum all throughout this whole period right here before the 2021 bull market because of market cycle analysis. The exact same thing that I'm using right now on Telcoin to determine that Telcoin is a phenomenal entry down here at fractions of a penny per Telcoin before it could easily go to well over a penny. You know, this thing could go over 7 cents per Telcoin as it breaks above its old all-time high and goes parabolic in a new bull market. Now, what's fueling this bull market? Well, this is the mass adoption phase for crypto. I mean, Donald Trump is talking about crypto. Everybody's talking about crypto. Crypto is becoming something that was just kind of something developers knew about, early investors knew about, to something that will be a household name. And that mass adoption means demand is going to increase. That's going to drive prices really high. Hyperinflation, cash is about the worst place to have your money right now. There's so many factors involved in driving the crypto markets higher, including the fact that this is actually revolutionary technology. And because of all these factors, we're going to see price go crazy. We're going to see it go nuts to levels people can't even dream of right now. And everybody thinks that it's just going to, go sideways or down forever. A lot of people don't see it. At least a lot of people are skeptical because that's how it is with new technology. So what you got to do is you got to stay focused on the truth, stay focused on what's about to happen in the markets, ignore the FUD, ignore the general populace of what people are saying because they don't know what they're talking about. If they knew what they were talking about, they wouldn't have sold their internet stocks in 2003 or panic sold their stocks in 2008 before the biggest bull market ever came in the NASDAQ. And a lot of people are doing the same thing with crypto right now, panic selling, or they won't invest because they're skeptical. Don't be those people. You can make money in the markets if you put it in right now while it's undervalued. So yeah, I'm super excited about Telcoin. Again, this structure is basically identical to Ethereum, but also the NASDAQ after the internet bubble popped right before it recovered, right before it broke out of its old all-time high and went into a new market cycle. Just one more time, we'll look at that so you guys can see here. It's the same human psychology, the exact same fractal of human emotion taking place on both charts. Again, people sold their internet stocks in 2003 and they sold their stocks in 2008, right before it took off. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the crowd. As it said, if you follow the herd, you'll be led to the slaughterhouse. So just, go against the crowd, buy the dip, be ready for big things, in the markets. And by the way, these things can go to super, super high market cap, you know, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to go to a really, really high market cap. And if you want to talk about the rest of the crypto markets, their market cap is going to get really high. Why hyperinflation? The dollar is becoming worthless. So when people say, oh, there's no way this could hit 3 trillion in market cap, Bitcoin is going to go way higher in market cap than what it's at right now. Bitcoin is going to be multi-trillion-dollar market cap asset. And it's not just because it's increasing in value, it's also because the dollar is decreasing in value. So don't be shocked at the idea that some of these coins are going to hit massive market caps. People always say, oh, well, that's impossible. What if it's impossible for it to go to that price because the market cap will be this. You guys, be quiet, all right? Stop being small-minded and focus on the truth, which is the fact that we're printing money like crazy. And when you're printing money like crazy, market cap can go really high because the dollar isn't worth as much. And yeah, there'll be real growth in the markets too. People that invest in crypto are going to fight hyperinflation in a way that nobody else can. But one of the reasons the market caps can go so high is because hyperinflation is a very real thing. And it's not going to slow down, not to mention fractional reserve banking, all of those types of things. They're not going anywhere. You know, we have this huge cup and handle on Bitcoin. Bitcoin market cap is going to go nuts. That's going to drive the prices of the entire crypto space to levels people can't even dream of. So be ready for big things in the crypto markets. That's my update on Telcoin. Quick little video today. I love you. And yeah, big things are coming in the markets, you guys. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.